Hi Shivam, I hope you're keeping well. So let's start with a brief introduction about yourself.
Hello, Amisha. I hope you are also keeping well. Actually, I am from Vadodara, Gujarat. My whole upbringing has been in Gujarat only, and by profession, I am a chemical engineer. And after my undergraduation, I worked in a chemical manufacturing sector only. I worked in a company called Atul Limited. After that, I appeared for CAT 24, and I got a chance, opportunity to be here at IIT Kharagpur and study at this prestigious college called VGSoM. So I am pursuing my MBA here for a while.
That's great. That's great to know. So Shivam, you have achieved 98.7 percentile in CAT examination, and it has a strong performance in all the three sections. So how did you get that balance in the preparation part? So what were your strategies while preparing, which are very much important for a CAT aspirant?
So managing all three sections is quite important in this exam because you can't tank any of the section because it will show it will have it has a equal weightage in your overall percentile, and some colleges also have section cutoffs. So managing all sections is very much important here. So the strategy I pick up was I was touching every section at a frequent interval. That's much important. Like you can't just focus on a count for 2 months and then focus on other two sections. It won't work because after a while you will like what is that in DILR and in VARC. It is basically you have to develop a muscle for that
Yeah.
because we haven't studied that right anyway. So we have to build a muscle, and how you build that kind of intrusive thought or muscle by touching it over and over again. So frequency would vary from aspirant to aspirant, but I would suggest to keep the frequency maximum. So if you are, for example, touching cont today, so in 1.5 day you should touch cont again. Same for other section.
Okay.
That's why you will develop kind of muscle for this exam, and it is not just as I can say, it is not memory based exam. It is very much you have to learn the concept. Like it should be like the back of your hand. The concept should be. That's why you have. That's how you manage.
So Shivam, you would agree that taking mocks is very important for CAT preparation. So ideally, when is the right time that the student should start taking the mocks, and how many mocks in general should the student take?
So there is no right time. Aspirants should start taking mock as soon as he can. But if you want to have a benchmark answer, so August would be the good answer. You should start taking mocks around August, and you don't wait for your syllabus to get completed. Like mainly students what do, they wait for to get your syllabus over, especially cont part. I won't suggest that. You just start taking your mocks because as I said previously, you have to build a muscle to give this exam. So mocks is your training ground. Practice is your preparation ground. The mocks are training ground. So there you will fight and you will learn. It is the main thing. And the benchmark answer for how many mocks you should take is 30. But again, you can take as many as you want. The more you want, more you give, the better you get it.
Okay. And like with respect to the mock analysis part, like after mocks we do the analysis to understand. How did you approach that to have maximum benefit?
It's very simple analysis. So you go through every question in the mock. You don't skip any. Even if you have given right answer for it, even if it is an easy question, even if it's a difficult question, you go through whole paper and you see where uh, if you have given the answer right. So you see where you can reduce your time. If there is some other technique you can apply, or your maybe sometimes what happens, your argument is wrong, your approach is wrong, but your answer is right. So you look at that point of view also. And if it's difficult question, so why it is difficult question? And if you weren't able to solve that question, then was it an easy question you weren't able to solve, or was it a difficult question you weren't able to solve? So that kind of differentiation you can make.
So Shivam, after all the hard work that goes into CAT preparation, the on-day attempt strategy and your mental stability is equally important. So how did you manage each 40-minute section on the exam day?
So first will I touch the mental stability part. For that, what I did was I stopped preparing 3 days before the exam. Like you can do a light reading or light study. To just I will say light reading because you want to be touch in VRC section, so your speed doesn't reduce. But altogether, I was studying very less. And other thing I was focusing was I was sleeping for 8 hours minimum. That is one of the important part. And also I would add, like, if you could add some kind of physical activity in your routine as a stress buster for last 3 days at least, it works for me. And for D-Day strategy, so what I was thinking, what I thought about it was like, the more question you see, the more question you will attempt, and if your accuracy is good, the more marks you get. So like I was attempting to see every question in every section. So for that, what you have to do is like, you don't have to get stuck on any question. So like you have to move forward. So art of letting go will help you a lot. Another thing I said, as I said earlier, that you have to build a muscle for it. So after a while, you will know by looking at the question if you're able to solve it or not. So you know you are not able to solve it. So set your ego aside and move forward. So that's how you will manage a good 40. Like, so that's how you will maintain a mental composure also. So if you are not knowing anything, so you will let it go and move forward.
That's great to know.
Yeah.
And do you have any, suggestions or advice for the future CAT aspirants?
So suggestion would be, prepare well and don't stress much on the D-Day, because unfortunately it is a very big day for you, and it will be a make it or break it for you. But don't stress much. Be chill, sleep for 8 hours before exam, and just appear. All the best.
All the best.